What's up, my loves? Come on in this room. Whatever room you are in, baby, have a seat. Cause yeah. Let's talk about it, honey. Let's talk about it, right? So we are in this intense retrograde eclipse season. Yes, for the most part, I do believe, I'm not really an astrologist or anything like that, but I try to be somewhat aware of what's going on, so I have an idea of how I need to move about it and be able to identify what's happening, what in the ethers is responsible for it, all that good ish, you know. So I know that there's been a lot of eclipses, my goodness, going on. Retrograde season, which will be over in June. Of course, the time is read, but at the time it's being recorded, we're in this season and it'll be over next week, right? But honey, the energies in which these eclipses and this retrograde has, really exposed and uncovered, and just the darkness that has been going on, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, whatever, honey. When I tell you it's on 10,000 right now. And me personally, it's very, very, it's interesting for me this particular time, right? Because normally, yeah, I do feel the effects of retrograde. Everybody does, right? Whether you believe in it or not. Like, this is something that literally is the planet Mercury, has to do with our technology, communication, things of that nature. So anything dealing with that during a Mercury retrograde can be misconstrued, can be turned around, flipped around, But what also can happen is that these people that are around you, right, that may be doing this dark magic energy, or they may even have ill intent towards you, that, like I said, may not be anything that's obvious, right? You may not be aware of it, or it's like you may have had some sort of awareness of it, but you weren't aware enough to be making any moves around it, right? For example, some of you may have been with, friends, associations. Oh, wow. Friends. Having associations. Or, whatever it was that, you're dealing with people that actually may have been envious of you, or who may have been plotting against you. People who have not or did not have your best interest at heart. And whereas, say for instance, maybe you noticed that this person had the capability to be that person, right? You've seen how they've interacted with other people, other so-called friends of theirs. So you know that this person has the thought process to be that person, to go there, to do, these certain things that, will help you understand that this person is not really your friend. That this is not really a person that's supposed to be around you, whatever your situation is, right? But it was never enough to make you be like, okay, well, they've never really given me a reason to feel like that. They haven't directed anything at me, right? But at this time, honey, if Say How You Really Feel was a person, it's the motherfuckers that's showing up in this eclipse season, right? And for me, it's very, very interesting, okay? And I say that, and it may be the same way for you. I'm telling you guys all of this because I know we're resonating on the same energy and frequency here, okay? So ground your energy as well. I'm inviting the ancestors. The ancestors are already here. The spirit guides, angels, deities to come in, be with us during this reading, during this time. Protect us from any dark energies. If you are here for ill intent, get the fuck out. Not today. So, the challenge for me, and like I said, maybe the same thing for some of you guys as well, has been, you know, being in a position to constantly kind of adjust my perception of what's happening, right? We've done all these work over the years. We've rebuilt our subconscious man, our subconscious person, to believe certain things, that if this happens this way, this is why, you know, whatever it may be for you. So for me, if I am a person that believes that everything happens for a reason, and the reason that is good for me, that will work out for my good, then I can never question the things that happen in my life with ill intent, or with the thought process that something ill is happening to me, right? But at the same time, I am aware enough to know that there are people who are targeting me. There are people who are, you know, still doing the black magic and all these things like that. Or there are people who are literally obsessing over, you know, me and what I have going on. There are people that get angry. Their heart hurts when they see anything that, you know, looks like a success to them concerning me. So with knowing that, and even being in the position, like I said, on normal days, I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable now, right? But untouchable even in the way to where it's like, it doesn't even have my attention. Like, who doing what now? Girl, please. Like, let me enjoy my omelet and my, you know, whatever I'm doing. Like, I'll keep my attention and my time. I'm good on that. I don't care about that. But this season was just like a, you know, it was showing that energy, that oppressive and aggressive energy, in just like a whole new way, an entirely like new light. It showed itself in like a very, very bold, like, this is the final, you know, it knows that this is the final hoorah. It has to distract me, get in my energy field, get in my way, some sort of way. It has to stop me. It's like I got one more try for this. And because this eclipse season and Mercury retrograde, you know, it really does, I'm not gonna say promote darkness, but think about an eclipse, bro. Like, we're talking about a moment where, you know, there's something that is blocking the light, right? So what's happening is these dark energies are taking advantage of this time to, you know, run more rampant in what feels like more darkness. When they're thinking that, you know, I can get more power from this darkness, from this time, they're using that, and they're coming towards people like you and I and targeting us. Now, mind you, this does not always have to be an individual being, right? This flesh, that's a spacesuit. Okay? The one thing I want everybody to understand, and even what I'm having to understand more in this stage of my ascension, right? As I told everybody, you know, as we talked about before and other readings and things like that, you cannot apply the standards of the past stage to where you are now. So in my mind, I'm processing all these things as I'm seeing these things, as I'm seeing these dark energies that are big, you know, doing all of this. And I'm just like, wow, like, this is interesting. And then being in a position to where when I'm being faced with these things, when, you know, God is revealing these people or these energies, not the people, revealing the energies, and seeing which people are in position to where you're easily manipulated by the energy, right? As I was saying, it does not always have to be a specific person, but there is a specific energies, right? Oppressive energies, narcissistic energies, okay? Manipulative energies, controlling energies. All of these things that we can consider toxic, right? Those energies will travel from people to people to people, and not just anybody, right? But we're talking about people who are not in the position of understanding anything about light. They are not walking in their light. They're not doing any God work. They don't know anything about their purpose. They are just sheeple here existing in the matrix, doing what they're told to do. And who and what controls the matrix? The darkness. Saying all this to say that the darkness don't care who it uses. Like they say, a lie don't care who tell it. The darkness, the narcissistic, and all of that, they don't care who they use. So even when if you're in a situation to where it's like, okay, I got people that are close to me that are like flipping out, freaking out, whatever. Or people that I, you know, the least expected person, I can't believe they did this, or, you know, or everything was just going normal over here. And now what God is showing you in this time is who around you is the true low frequency. What this lunar eclipse season has shown and revealed is who is the low frequency. And therein lies the problem, okay? And especially when it comes down to you, your atmosphere, what's going on around you. I cannot stress to you guys enough that this is a time where we cannot allow any distractions to come into our energy field. Meaning that, just like the example I used a few minutes ago, saying that we knew that some of these people were capable of these things. We knew that because we saw y'all do it. We saw how you act. We see how you get when you get mad, little baby. We see how you get when you feel like you in your feelings about something. You turn into a whole, shiesty motherfucker. You switch up. You get what I'm saying? So when you see this at this time, right? No more benefit of the doubt. You got to cut that off. Because what happens, again, when you're dealing with somebody who is allowing that to happen to them, sometimes these people can get controlled or possessed by things and entities that they can't control. And whatever that entity is, again, narcissism, blah, 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 whatever, that entity is out for you, baby. You and your light, what's on the inside of you. Now, I get it. Some people say, oh, there's no such thing. We don't get attacked. The darkness only comes to teach us lessons. Yeah, you get taught lessons. But, honey, there's an attack happening. Spiritual warfare. This is age of Aquarius. And so all of these things are coming to the forefront now to understand what type of shit we are really dealing with. So for me, this has been, it's been very, very intense. I'll say internally for me, because it's just been like all of my sensors, all of my discernment, all of my everything every day has been very, very, it's always active, but it's kind of like active in this subconscious way, because most of the time I'm not around people. I'm not around, I'm chilling, or I'm doing whatever. Or at least if I'm with people, I'll know the types of energies that I'm around. Like, everybody has passed the vibe check. Like, we good over here. We all vibrating at the same frequency. But being faced, and that was the weird thing for me. The energy tried to take on so many different forms around me, and it was only one person that was like somewhat close to me. They were in the process of getting close to me, but once I saw that, it was like, yeah, I already know. Where are the scissors? Like, cut it off. Don't play that. But everything else was like, these were strangers. These was people that would just want to come and be rah-rah and da-da-da. I'm like, how many times this month I have just said, like, so why are you mad? Like, simply because after hearing, like, and not even hearing, but just watching these people, this spirit in this person just make them go, and I'm just sitting there with my aura just protecting me, like I'm watching through my little bubble, like, so why are you mad? And what do you want me to do about it? It's been that energy. And that response, that's like one generic response. But for each type of entity that I faced, I had to figure out how to word it and say it to, you get what I'm saying, to deliver that same message to them. But each and every entity, it's like they weren't really just necessarily mad or angry at anything that I did. My presence was just aggravating them. My presence aggravates a lot of people on this earth, a lot of entities on this earth. So these people will really, and for some of y'all, and I hope, hopefully me telling y'all some of this will make some shit make sense in your life as to what's happening right now. But these people literally will astro project their hateful ass energy through things around you. You go outside and all of a sudden 10 crows just show up and just won't stop gawking and whatever else around you, and it was just silent before. All of that. I've even noticed that the people around me, like near where I stay sometimes, like these people are arguing and fighting and just loudly, where you can just hear it all over, because the energy is out, it's around. It's trying to get in your atmosphere. It's trying to get it, and it's trying to interfere mostly with your frequency, your connection with the ethers. because it's feeding off this dark energy, which is, you know, we all need our shadow periods, right? We have to have these eclipse seasons. We need the shadow. But we need the shadow to take a moment to introspect and reflect and better ourselves, not to use that energy to charge up the darkness and go out and start doing fuck shit. Get what I'm saying? So I want you guys to know that, you know, if there has been any sort of just, you know, intense, aggressive energy around you, just, you know, a bunch of miscommunication, a bunch of people that just really want to like start altercations with you and shit like that, and you just literally just another day, like you chilling, you ain't doing nothing to provoke nobody. That has to do with that. That has to do with that. Okay, so this reading today, I'm going to channel and ask for some messages that need to come through at this time. What does the collective need to know concerning this eclipse energy? What do we need to know to get through this with the path of least resistance? To pass each test, to overcome whatever darkness is being sent our way. What messages want to come through at this time? We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. No, that's the Six of Wands in reverse. Sorry. What else? We have the, I believe this is the Tower card. Let me make sure. I have the Afro-Brazilian deck. Let me just make sure. Oh no, that's not. That's the Hangman. Hangman in reverse. Okay. Hangman in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Every card is in reverse, man. I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde is like crazy. Crazy. The Wheel of Fortune is upright. The Wheel of Fortune is upright. I want to see what Orisha that is. Represents illumination, the power of seeing things that others. Oh, this one doesn't have an Orisha. Okay. I guess not, huh? Yeah, okay. Alright, so Seven of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Hangman in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune upright. We have the Ten of Cups upright. I love this. I love the order in which this is coming out. And I'm going to get everything on the board. We have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I understand now what's happening. We have Five of Cups upright. Trying to see, do I want to keep this right here because it fell on top of another card. I got the Strength card out here. I'm gonna leave that right there though, where it fell. Have the Strength card upright. What else wants to come through? Ace of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Fool card in reverse. With the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, There is this weird void energy that's happening for a lot of us. And what I mean when I say that is that we are in this place to where it's like, okay, we've walked away from so much, right? We understand what we don't want with the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is the card that talks about upright, having a bunch of options, just every cup has something different and it's all your choice, right? But I get the sense that with this being in reverse today, these were all of the cups that you chose to walk away from at some point, right? So I'm channeling with the Six of Wands being here. For some of you guys, this was like a something that was very, very public for you, right? This may have been something that at the time when things happened or when things were happening, I hear that there could have been like some embarrassment. There could have been just like some public humiliation that's been going on or that was going on. And this was, whether you knew about it or not, right? Whether you knew about it or not, you still made the decision to let go of, these seven cups or, whatever this was. And, whatever was going on and the reason why you had to leave, whatever. Make it fit for your situation. This was something that was public. This was public. And I also hear that even some of the things and the people that you were dealing with, specifically, they were trying to defame you. Like, it's something about the public eye, right? Six of Wands upright talks about being seen, being out here, being noticed, recognized, and more or less as a victor or as a successful, quote unquote, person. But with this being in reverse, I feel like, maybe you did have the Six of Wands energy, about you. But this person was really doing a lot to destroy that. I also hear as well that during this current eclipse season, some people that you have walked away from a long time ago, especially if you walked away from them and you came into some sort of success, if you walked into some sort of, limelight or, just some sort of recognition. And I hear it's the type of recognition that these people starved you of. For some of you, it could be a person. Some of you, it could be like a job or situation or whatever. But whatever it was that these people starved you of, you walked right into that when you walked away from their asses, right? But now, as we were talking about earlier, all of these distractions and craziness and all of this is trying to happen during this season and at this time. This is a person who is very, very upset that you walked away from them. Very, very upset. Now, when I just was shuffling and I was like, this card fell over here, the Strength card. I was like, I need to leave it where it is because, again, y'all know how I kind of line my cards up. I'll show them sometimes, but I line my cards up across and then another row underneath, and we have them up and down, side to side. But sometimes my cards will fly as I'm shuffling and they will land on a certain column or row, even though I may be laying them a certain way. And so this Strength card fell on top of this Six of Wands in reverse, which underneath that fell the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Coins in this, okay? So I want you to look at the Strength card in this deck. And I'm going to read about this Orisha in a second. But you see how there is like a queen mother here who is in her fighting energy, right? And the reason why I say that, yes, she does have this little, feathered tool here. So it seems like she may be doing some sort of, dance under the storm or whatever, channeling some sort of energy. But you also have to recognize that this person has a sword in their hand, right? So y'all know the ancestors are always gonna show up. They always gonna come through for you, right? And with me just saying that, for some of you guys, this is, somebody trying to do black magic. They're mad that you are in this successful Six of Wands energy. So the entirety of their goal at this time has been to try to get you out of this energy, to try to prevent you from your Ace of Pentacles. But with this falling on top of it, I want you to understand that there's no way in heaven, hell, earth, left, right, up, down, front, back, diagonal, side to side, whatever, there's no way that these people can stop you. There's no way that these people can stop you. And you want to know something else I just heard? They know that. This is a desperate attempt for them. But you want to know something? Whether you know it or not, your strength, this is how you're showing up. Not just your ancestors, but this is how you're showing up at this time. Just by remaining in your light energy, remaining who you are, being who you are. This is how you are defeating them. Again, sword in one hand and a spiritual tool in the other, with the crown on as well. So it's like, yeah, I'm royalty, I'm all of these things, I'm covered by God, but still don't play with me. Still don't play with me. Because the thing about it, right? I got a reading for myself. And one of the things that came through for me was that you need to understand your power of return to sender, right? Because I am adamant about never submitting my power to be that person that uses dark magic or speaks ill will against a person. So even though I know exactly who my folks, my people in my camp, or the camp that was my personal life, I know who it is that's targeting, that's doing these things. But even with me knowing, you never would find me going and saying like, oh, I speak this on this person, or I do this, or I burn this candle. No. The only thing I did was shielded myself up. I allowed myself to live in that divine protection. But then God was like, yeah, okay, so in this next level though, I'm going to teach you how to return to sender. I'm going to teach you how to return to sender. Yeah, you may be, guarding yourself and protecting yourself, and you are protected. And this is all the ethers and all the cuz and them up there that will come to your rescue. That's right behind you, all of that. But this is also that spiritual tool that lets you know. So I want to say to some of you guys, because some of you guys may be just like me. We don't think like criminals. We don't think like that, right? But God wants you to understand your power. Look how powerful. I keep this card, the strength card. Like, this keeps just standing out to me. I got other cards to get through in this reading, but this right here is standing out to me. Think about how powerful a tornado is. Everything in this card is in motion. The wind, this is you. And this is your power to return to sender, because God says you have no idea the depths in which, the griminess in which these people grounded their intents to hurt you, to harm you, to do something, whatever to you, to stop you. You have no idea. And even if you in your good-hearted self ever tapped in and decided, okay, I want to do a little black magic, you probably couldn't even conjure up that type of darkness to speak, to combat with them people in that way, right? That's why I say, yes, the sword is here, but there's also a spiritual tool in the other hand, because we're not going out here fighting people energy for energy, toe for toe, hand for hand, shooting and all of that. We're not doing that, because that's an energy that will never end. And just as strong Again, as we are in our light, that's as strong as the darkness is in this strategy right now. And especially now, because if the age of Aquarius is upon us, that means that this darkness and all of the things that they're doing is at its peak. So that is a battle that you can never step into with these people. And I want you to know that even if you are a person, sweetheart, and God is telling me to tell you this, I get it to where you can be so frustrated and so upset about what you know people are doing to you. And in your physical mind, it's like, I just want to get them back. I just want to. But God is specifically telling you, honey. Specifically. That is not your battle. That is not how you're going to fight this battle. If you're thinking about playing around with some spell work, I got power too, I can do that. Don't do it, baby. Because that's how them fools got caught up. And before you know it, you're going to see them going right up here with this tornado to drop and just land wherever they land. Dead, broke up, all of that. Because of what they tried to do to you. So I'm telling you that yes, this is a spiritual thing. And your spiritual tool is your return to sender tool. That is the very specific instruction I got from the reader that I watched today. And when I said God direct me to where I needed to go to, hear what I need to hear at this time, that was the instruction. Understand your power to return to sender. Because a lot of times, yeah, the universe will intervene. There's always the divine intervention. But again, I told you, the strongest sense of power there is the willpower, which is your individual right to choose, decide what's what you gonna say, what you gonna do. That's why they say the power of life and death is in the tongue. Because what you say shall be. So it's not enough at this point to say, oh no, I just protect myself, I guard me. No, Jesus said, tell them just say return to sender. And as soon as you do that, it gives the universe and God and everybody else permission to do what it needs to do with that energy. To withdraw it from your life and from your area, your atmosphere, and send it right back. And again, you can never conjure up enough to really just fight them head on. But let them fools fight themselves. Again, every ounce of ill intent that they put in to really just, like I said, they overdoing it at this point. Because in their mind, it's like just one more attempt and I'm going to give it all I got because I just want to see them crash and burn in the worst way. But imagine that being like a boomerang. And it happened to around my head and right back to you. So all of that intensity you thought you was building up to me, coming right back to you, baby. Coming right back to you, baby. We have the Hangman in reverse. We have the Hangman in reverse. I hear two things. I hear there's no more delay because of what these people were doing. And whatever delay that you feel right now is simply because of the retrograde season. Things are just kind of in that space of up in the air, and then it's going to land when it needs to. Or if you're not watching this during a retrograde season, then this is, letting you know that, if you're feeling some sort of delay at this time, it's about divine timing for you. But for a lot of you, this message is about there is no hangman as far as what these people were trying to do with you. Because even with the 5 of Cups being under here, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset and sad because the hangman energy is off of your life. Hangman upright is delay, wait, pause, think, regroup, all of it in reverse. In reverse. And just as quickly as this tornado is coming through on this other strength card, that's how your blessings are coming through for you at this time. That's how your promises are being manifested for you at this time. That's how everything that you've prayed and asked for is pulling up on you at this time. Okay? As well, when I talked about at the beginning of the reading, we had the 7 of Cups in reverse. And I said that this was you walking away from some options and things that you had in place. But underneath that card, with this being in reverse, you have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is ultimate fulfillment. There's only 7 on this card. But here you have 10 and it's in the upright. And again, like I said, in this deck, I love this deck so much because this person with their 10th cup, they are offering that cup back up to the heavens with a sense of gratitude. This is you. This is why you will continue to be blessed. Your haters still have not grasped this concept that you are getting what you get. You are who you are. Your life looks the way it looks because you are this person. People want to covet and be upset about what they think you got. But baby, you had to be brought to your knees to get that. You get what I'm saying? And you remain there, not in a position of defeat, but in victory. And in humble submission to the powers of God, which are responsible for making sure that you got to this space. And so, like I said, I love the order in which this was coming out because it was like reverse, 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 Wheel of Fortune. Turn that motherfucker around. Upright, 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 upright. You know what I'm saying? And we talking Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Okay? So again, even with this is all the newness that's rolling in for you. With the Eight of Pentacles being here, again, this for you is work. Some of you guys were really working with some people who you would have been selling yourself short with, working with these people, right? You would have been selling yourself hella short, settling for these 7 cups when you was meant to have the 10. Because whoever was amongst these 7 cups did not want to see you successful, sweetheart. They never wanted to see you have this 8 of Pentacles or Ace of Pentacles or 8 of Swords. Never did. But again, you didn't hear me say anything about where you did this and you did this and now you don't know. I said the Wheel of Fortune turned, which is the universe. This is God's doing. And God is saying very specifically on a lot of things. We talked about this, right? Time is up. It's a wrap. For everybody who was coming towards you in that way, for all of those energies that are so persistent upon being in your life, trying to make your life harder or, just interfering with your energy in any sort of way, the time is up. The wheel has turned, been turning. And even with the Hangman being in reverse, when I said your delay is over, it's because this wheel has turned. And God wants to remind some of you again, I know it's been hard. And I know that your subconscious has wanted to tell you that because, the delays that you've been feeling has been because of something that you've been doing wrong. But God says he has been assuring you throughout the entirety of this process that that's not the case. And even though leading up to now, you may not have known why, who, what, when, where, what was going on, why it was happening. You're being asked now to accept that there were some other people and other forces that were working against you. And that was the cause of certain delays. And again, God says, in all my power, don't ever think that, these people were going to stop anything that I was doing for you. But instead, I was allowing them the space and the time to use their free will for what I am expecting them to use it for. But because they did not do that, I have kept record of all, and I want y'all to even look at this Wheel of Fortune, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, and even in other decks, there's something that's written on every side of this. There's encoding in this wheel. And honestly, some of the encoding for some of these people is the records of all the things that they've done, whether you knew about it or not. God knew. God knew. And God wants you to know. Again, and I can't say this enough because the karma is going to be so bad for the people, y'all. You just going to have to really breathe. You may be in a place now to where it's like, girl, I ain't sending them people like F them. They get what they deserve. But I'm telling you, God finna tear them cat raggedy. In the worst way. And so much so to where it's almost going to make you feel empathy for them. But the thing about it is, the only thing they're finna be suffering from is what is returned to them from what they tried to send to you. Everything you're going to see them go through is what they wanted to watch you do. I heard that the people had started popping the popcorn, ready for the show, watching the show. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. You didn't know. So yeah, even if these were people, like I said, if you have some sort of position to where, you know, you work a job and you are in that limelight, the people that you were working with, honey, was really trying to sabotage. They was trying to be shady. They was trying to do all of that. There's a King of Swords here in reverse. And at first I was kind of wondering, I wonder, is it, you know, the viewer, or, but no, with it being followed under by this Ace of Swords, this is letting me know that this is a being. And for some reason, whatever it is this king was doing with this sword, whoever this was, could be an air sign in your life. Don't gotta be. But whatever this person was doing with that sword, it wasn't good business, because look who got the sword now. You do. The same sword in which they tried to defeat you with, that belongs to you. That belongs to you. And this King of Swords is right here next to the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said again, I really get the sense that this is a person who had that thought process about them during this time, to be like, hey, I got one more try in me. Maybe this person felt like they got a little bit more information on you. So it was like, oh, okay, I didn't have enough information to, you know, do for the magic to work the first time. And now that I know this, now that I know this going on, now that I know this person doing this and doing that, I can use that. And like I told y'all in the last reading, that same sword they try to use to cut your head off will be the one that will come across their neck to end them. To end them. We have the Fool card in reverse. And this for me is a literal fool, right? Look at this man. This is a person who was sneaky on their way on some little, you know, devil shit to come mess with you. And this one fell very close to the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, again, we think about the fool. Sometimes the fool can be us. And we're talking about taking leaps of faith and things like that. But nah, I heard very specifically, these are the fools in your life. You tried it. And now they done got caught on the bottom side of this wheel. They thought they was crawling up and, you know, pulling up on you, trying to get to you to destroy you. But baby, that wheel dropped them right on down to the bottom. Yes, it surely did. It surely did. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to get just a couple of clarity cards on a couple of these. I would like a clarity card for... what was that? The Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? I know that this is the energy of the haters. Once they see you going, the more and more they watch you win. As we talked about before, the biggest part of their karma is them watching you win. So, of course, we know they're in the Five of Cups energy because of that. Because of that. Sorry about that BS, y'all. I had to stop and restart my stuff. You know how they go. But anyway, as I was saying, I was clarifying the Five of Cups, which I told you earlier was a representation of those people who are now sad because they had to watch you win, right? Because all of those hangman delays they were trying to put on your life are now in reverse, right? And it's interesting that this Five of Cups was clarified by the Six of Swords, which confirms that this was somebody you walked away from. Not only did you walk away from, but the universe guided you away from this person. This was a very strategic thing. Person, situation, job, make it fit for you. And then it was also clarified by the Chariot in reverse. So whatever it is that these people were trying to do for you, against you, let me say, not for you. It is for you, but they didn't think that. They thought it was going to be against you. It's not moving. It's not working. It's not moving forward. And not only that, these people are going to have this forever delay on their lives now because of what they tried to stop in your life. Okay? So this is why we cannot stop and talk to the barking dogs. They are stuck where they are. They are, literally. And simply because there was their choice to be in that position. So when that Wheel of Fortune turned, they had the choice, just like you did, to move, grow, be better, do something different. But they chose to submit their power to using ill intent towards you, doing things towards you. Okay? Let me get a clarity card for this King of Swords in reverse. What is this King of Swords in reverse about? Six of Cups, this is somebody from your past. And we have Seven of Cups. Look, Seven of Cups came out in reverse at the beginning. I can't make this up, y'all. I told y'all that this was somebody you walked away from. Yes, you had a lot of options and things, that these people were offering you something. There was some sort of enticement for you to stay, some sort of benefit in some sort of way at some time, right? But the more you grew, the more you changed, the more God began to heal you, the more you made better decisions. You outgrew these people because they chose not to do what they needed to do. And so, like I said, these were people from your past, and this is a confirmation. Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. So this King of Swords, whoever this is for you, you know who it is. This was somebody that you chose from your past. This is somebody that was in your life from your past that is responsible for this darkness in which we were talking about. And this person may not be the only person. Because like I said, I know about what's going on with my situation. These fools had to team up and still couldn't beat me. You get what I'm saying? When I wasn't even fighting, still couldn't beat me. But whoever this was somebody who was a very logical, technical person in their darkness. So I'm telling y'all, there was a lot done. There was a lot of strategy. There was a lot of planning. It was still stupid and empty planning because, again, if you ever could think that you could stop anything that God is doing for somebody, you're declaring war on God, not that person. But again, some people can get so distorted in their God complex and in their power and never taking the time to like really learn how to use it in the right way, or the way that God intended for them to use it, that they can really feel like they're more powerful than the most high powers. Because what I hear is that this person has a very clear understanding of who you are. They really do. But they were either banking on the fact that you didn't know, or if you're dealing with somebody from your past who was very, very manipulative to you in the past, they were banking on the fact that they would still have that same power over you to keep you in this position to where you wouldn't know or you wouldn't step into it, okay? Very quickly, I'm going to try to get some channeled messages before this cuts out again. But I am determined to get this done. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to get one more clarity card for this Fool in reverse. And we're going to be done with this reading because it's pretty clear what's happening here. What they are doing really doesn't matter. Because the only thing from your point of view and your understanding of what they're doing. Let me pull that back. Is that they are helping you get to where you need to get. They don't understand that. They don't know that. But everything that they're doing is destroying themselves. They're moving themselves out of your way. They're doing you a favor. It may be hurtful to your natural person to understand once you find out the things that these people are doing or have been doing. But at the same time, you know, just know that whatever their intent was has no power in your life. And it won't work. To clarify this Fool card fell out between that Wheel of Fortune and that Eight of Pentacles, and it was clarified again by the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you guys, this really was a sabotage towards your work. There's something specific about your work, whether this is a job that you're working for, blackmail, something going on, a person trying to get you fired, whatever, or if you have your own business. These people are trying to, you know, either steal your work, steal your creativity. They're trying to do something connected to your work, to your job. So if you're experiencing any delays when it comes down to your work, I hear very specifically, this is a time to just take a moment. Take a moment to let that energy settle in the ethers, because again, all of this is falling under the Wheel of Fortune. So there's still movement for it to get to where it needs to go. But right now, where it is in the cycle, there's still a turning point that needs to happen to where you can really be free to have what you need. And I hear the phone ringing. So I hear my spiritual ear right now, because Eight of Pentacles came out twice. So this is not just, you know, upright talks about success, you know, not necessarily being a hard worker, but being a fruitful worker, which is two different things, okay? You're successful in who you are and what you do, okay? And because of that, your phone is going to ring. Even if these people were trying, if they knew somebody who, you know, maybe came to them and was like, yo, what's up with your girl, with your boy? I'm trying to work with them, blah, blah, blah. And they were blocking or trying to stop it. They were a fool to everything. Okay. So y'all, this is what this season is about. Exposing this mess in your life. You know, don't allow these things to frustrate you. I know this time of delay can be frustrating, because I have, you know, honey, frustrating has been my word at this time. Simply because of my personal things that I know I want to do and this and that. But I am, like I said, embracing the natural delays of divine timing at this time. And I am also taking in everything that God is showing me about the darkness and the incorrect energies that are in my life. And I am adjusting accordingly, okay? So remember, from this video, guys, use your power to return the sender. That is your instruction at this time. During this time where there isn't much going on, where there is a little delay, you know, a little quietness, take some time, put it into the atmosphere to return to sender all of these things that have been sent to you with ill intent, and to destroy you, distract you, delay you, all of that, okay? We're going to be good, my guys, my gals, all of that. We're going to be good, all right? So this has been our reading for the day. I tried to take my camera out, but no. It's getting posted, period. But y'all have a great rest of the day. Keep it easy, keep it breezy, and move around the fuck shit, period.